Xal'atath is behind 10.2.6. Official patch info just dropped. Yay! I don't know where he's getting this one from. Let's see. Xal'atath behind 10.2.6. Now, it might be true. She is behind everything these days, but behind the pirate patch? I don't know. Let's find out here. Let's see what's up.
A new official post just came out about the mysterious 10.2.6, and it confirmed we're getting a brand new event for Classic and Dragonflight players.
Right,
the patch itself will be hidden until release. While we can't, of course, guess the event itself, luckily we got a ton of hints with the story recently and how it should be progressing. One character is traveling through both Classic and Dragonflight, which is Xal'atath. The next patch, 10.2.7, is all about Xal'atath the Harbinger, and she is the lead character of the War Within. We also recently started leaving the Dragon Isles. We should soon be in Pandaria, and 10.2.6 might just be about that journey, especially with all the pirate hints, the pirate expedition.
Back to Pandaria pirate
not
style.
going to be the biggest pirate fleet the world had ever seen, but also a menace that no navy on Azeroth will be able to stop. Based on the evidence that we do have, what is 10.2.6 going to be about, and how does Xal'atath fit in here? If you guys want to buy Total War, Elder Scrolls, or any other game, you can get them at great prices.
Oh, get me Evo, yes.
You can also get anything warcraft related.
Yes,
gift cards,
use the man's link.
all below
use the
market
man's
prices.
code.
Best of all, if you add my code DORON, you can get an even bigger discount. So make sure to check out my link in the description and get some amazing deals with Gamivo.
I better get the axe
So
today.
you must have seen it by now. We had gotten the official post on the Blizzard's website in regards to 10.2.6, which was supposed to be on the PTR weeks ago, and we all thought they were just kind of late with it. However, it turns out they decided to not release the PTR whatsoever, and instead it will be a surprise patch, which
they're gonna ship it out raw. It's gonna be a raw patch, and I can't wait for it. I'm so happy that we're not getting any spoilers. We don't know what the hell's going on. There's gonna be no Twitch streamers just streaming PTR for 2 hours, 3 hours straight. We figure everything out now. This is going to be just a raw dog it. The patch is going to go live. We're going to figure out what the hell is going on.
Sense as there is no information whatsoever about
when is Sam getting a sponsor? I'm unsponsorable
for this year. However,
they don't like me.
They had dropped a few hints in the post itself, and throughout the past few months that we can work with, and it was confirmed that the patch is going to come out in March. There is still no confirmed set date for the patch itself, but based on the 8-week cycle and what they had previously done, and when 10.2.5 was released, you can expect it to probably be around mid-March, so potentially March 13th, which should hopefully be around the time when we're going to get the War Within Alpha and a whole bunch of new things that we're going to learn about. Now, here is where we're at. We know the patch is coming out in March, and that is really about it from the confirmed official stuff. We don't have any data mine items, quests, characters, logs, or anything of the sort. We only know a few things, and that the patch will be an event inspired by past musings from the community, and that it will be...
I will say one interesting thing about this event, where is it, is there was something in here about, a Season of Discovery Phase 2. You'll notice the new approach mentions hardcore as... Okay, we created a new event. Here it is. We can say that this is open to anyone with a WoW subscription if they want to participate. Classic or Dragonflight players. That's interesting because there's no level cap, that means. There's no level requirement, there's no gear requirement, there's no anything. It's literally, if you are in the game, you can do the event, which is making me think, what kind of event could that be? Where everyone's just evened out and everyone's playing it together? All you need is a WoW subscription,
and it will be
and you can do the event.
Classic and Dragonflight players, which is actually a huge hint. Furthermore, we of course got the fact that we can connect
August
with
probably
a few
sounds
things
right.
as well. Luckily, with some of the previous information from 10.2.5, early Dragonflight, Season of Discovery, and recent things they added to the game related to the World Soul Saga, we actually do have quite a bit of stuff to work with in regards to the story side of things, at least, and where this should be progressing. There have been some very, very loosely data mine information about a survival type game, survival type system,
Vampire
and
Hunter
this should
game.
be some type of a survival event, new game mode. Think of it something like maybe Torghast with something unique. However, I don't really want to speculate too much on this because it's literally just a shot in the dark. I mean, it could really be anything at this point. Past music as a community could be anything from 6 months ago to the last like 10-15 years, so it really doesn't mean much, and it's kind of foolish to claim anything in regards to the event itself that will be coming. However, in regards to the story, some breadcrumbs have been left. most importantly, we of course got Xal'atath. I want to say one thing first,
Right.
and that is that the patches generally follow an order and they make sense chronologically. I mean, sure, they could be a completely one-off thing, but usually it is chronological. All throughout Dragonflight, we've been getting Xal'atath hints. Literally every single patch, every single mini patch, there was something. Then recently, we got the new Xal'atath info with the Sword of Sargeras added to the game. Then we know 10.2.7 is going to be a...
I mean, it's called the Dark Heart 10.2.7, and we learned that that little disc with Galakron's essences in it is called the Dark Heart. So this is going to have something to do with that. Obviously, Harbinger quests, that has to do with Xal'atath. So yeah, we know 10.2.7, it's all Xal'atath stuff. But what the hell is... I don't know. I guess he's saying it's in between patch, so she's got to be involved because it's leading into it. Who knows?
About Xal'atath as we got the Harbinger quest, and ultimately all of this is leading us into the War Within, where Xal'atath is obviously the lead character. Now, while it is leading us into her storyline, keep in mind it is also leading us to this place geographically. We are essentially done with the Dragon Isles. Finally, we got the finale with Viranot, aspects, yada yada. We already started leaving this place. First in 10.2.5, we started with the Night Elven City.
Kill. Followed by another weekly Sam disappointment from not getting his little orange axe. Sam, I just want to let you know your tears from not getting your axe makes me so happy.
What an asshole.
We even left for Vilneas, and we are leaving to the old world with the dragon riding. Then we have data mine info for 10.2.7 with the Pandaria time walking, the Harbinger quests, and that patch will almost certainly be based on
It's gonna happen. I'm getting it today.
Guess what is right next door to Pandaria? Xal'atath, literally right on the western shore of this continent. Now, following this logic, think about 10.2.6, it will almost certainly be a part of this process. I mean, we shouldn't be going back to the Dragon Isles all the way north of Azeroth. Another thing is, while we know that the War Within is coming, we are going to Xal'atath. Keep in mind, no one on Azeroth yet knows about Xal'atath, the World Soul, the War Within.
True, yeah, no one chronologically right now knows about it. His whole thing about Pandaria, I don't know. People keep talking about the Pandaria pandemonium thing, time running panda is just going to be like some kind of weekly time walking event. I just don't think, I think it's going to be more than that. I think it's going to be something more than that. Otherwise, they just would have called it Pandaria time walking event. I think the pandemonium, something else behind it. There's going to be some kind of lore related moving on to the War Within questline shit going on. And remember, there's still, you know, Pandaria had some old gods shit going on, so maybe that stuff comes back in some way.
Then all this stuff apart from the Titan documents. So the missing piece of the puzzle is that we are yet to learn about all this stuff in the actual game. I think 10.2.6 is the missing link here and why we even decide to go to Pandaria in the first place. Previously, I made a theory that Xal'atath is collecting old gods. First, she got N'Zoth through her own blade back in BFA, then we got the essence of Yogg-Saron through the Dark Heart and Galakron, and now she is going to Pandaria. While we learned that the artifact itself is called the Dark Heart, the Heart of Y'Shaarj is also called the Dark Heart of Pandaria. The heart isn't
that's
actually
what I thought
there,
they were
but
referring
we are
to.
doing a time travel thing to go back when it was actually there. Furthermore, we learned that she's using the remnants of the old Black Empire to build a new one, as it was confirmed on BlizzCon. Now, even more interestingly, Xal'atath was actually cited in the Season of Discovery, and this here is why I think this is the major hint for 10.2.6. Just look at the facts, not speculations. There is a mysterious light crystal that fell from the sky in Season of Discovery that wasn't actually there, right next to Xal'atath, and she's just chilling right next to this crystal.
And there's also a giant light crystal in Hallowfall. That's probably where he's taking this. I do think... I wouldn't be surprised if they revealed that the Xal'atath is jumping between the two. And I think that'd be really cool to connect Classic with Retail WoW, as Classic's like some kind of previous or alternate timeline and she keeps jumping between them. That would be awesome. I hope they do that. Whether or not they actually pull that off, I don't know. But that crystal falling, yeah, it's very interesting to think about how she was standing next to it and it's hanging there in Hallowfall and all that stuff. I would love to find out that was actually the same thing that we're going to see in the expansion.
Yes. What is in Xal'atath? A light crystal that also fell from the skies that attracted those humans that very recently started getting corrupted by the Void as soon as Xal'atath arrived to Xal'atath. I don't even want to speculate whether this is Xal'atath. It is literally an elf with void ornaments, a dagger.
This is the picture I was talking about.
She's offering to give us a weapon just out of the kindness of her heart. Remember, if she got to the old gods, she only has to get Khatoon, and we do fight Khatoon in Classic, so if we fight him with her weapons, she will get the essence. pirates. Even more interestingly, why this isn't just a crackpot theory is that people started getting weird bugs in Season of Discovery where Xal'atath's old god-type minions suddenly appear as far as barons, and people also started getting corrupted by Cthulhu's whispers. However, how does
The whole bugs thing's interesting because it's already confirmed in the lore for the War Within that the Nerubians are being used to dig up blood of old god blood. Like, we know that shit's happening. That's already confirmed. That's what Xal'atath is using it for. That's why we're going to Azul Nehet or whatever the heck it's called, that Nerubian city. That's what they're being used for, to dig up more old god shit. Who knows what the if that's why these bug glitches are happening or whatever. People are seeing these bugs with old god stuff on them in Classic right now. We'll see.
Actually relate to
retail.
10.2.6. Why is this relevant to the new patch? Well, the official
Sam
post
confirmed the
said
pirate
that this
patch, yeah.
patch will be a unique event inspired by the past musings from the community, and that it will be
Ashkahet,
open
yes.
to anyone with a WoW subscription for Classic and Dragonflight players. The only thing currently connecting these two is Xal'atath and the old gods, and this is a cross-realm, cross-game thing and something revolutionary unlike anything they had done before, and they just started doing this like 2 months back to kind of promote Classic and to promote the War Within and the World Soul Saga at the same time. Furthermore, we got massive hints with the pirate type flag. Some people believe this could be a difficulty type thing, so maybe an event where past raids, dungeons, or whatever get more difficult, similar to the mythic icon.
Maybe.
I do think that would be a bit way too kind of boring. I mean, they wouldn't really want to hide this and make all this fuss about just, making dungeons harder. The only thing we could rationally connect it to right next to this is obviously pirates. Why we're talking about pirates is because we got massive pirate hints prior to 10.1 in Dragonflight. You all have heard about this. I don't really want to waste too much time on this, but essentially it's about Night Squall.
Yeah, the Night Squall going over to the big island, coming back. He discovered Avalor and all this shit. Yes, we know it. We've talked about it. But the real reason why everyone thinks it's a pirate patch is just because the skull and crossbows on the map. I mean, let's be honest. That's the main reason. I don't know if any of this actual Night Squall lore is going to show up in it or not.
Pirate that managed to travel to a land no one else could manage to go to, and he returned with crazy loot. This bit here is interesting. It says he isn't coming back to tell the tales of his past conquests, but he is preparing to gather a new prize. Apparently, he aims to build the biggest pirate fleet the world has ever known in all of history, and he's calling all the pirates the criminals of Azeroth to unite. They say that the journey started from the Dragon Isles, and from there it will be theirs for the taking, and no navy on Azeroth will be able to resist them. Now, we had seen them on the Dragon Isles, so you can kind of guess what is going to be next. This here is why I think the event itself will be based on the pirates. Pirates may be leading us to Khazlagar and Pandaria, but I don't think they will work together with us, and as we had previously expected, this might be an event when we may be fighting them, but the actual
pirates.
story is that through their defeat, we will learn about Xal'atath, her plans, and ultimately, we will end up discovering Khazlagar. Furthermore, pirates are generally based around the middle Azeroth, all the isles, as well as the southern part of the continent, so both Kalimdor and the eastern kingdoms. So the way I see it is that this Pirate Menace, the new really fun event, will lead.
This guy still has the most janky, unique model I've ever seen in the game. Right here. He has a name, too. I forgot what his name is. I think he's in Booty Bay. But he's got the weirdest looking, unique model. And it still exists. It's scuffed as shit, but he is a pirate model. Maybe he shows up again.
See it is that this Pirate Menace, the new really fun
Pirate
event,
Pete, yes.
will lead us to this part of the world where we will eventually go to Pandaria,
Weird-
and that
weirdest,
will lead us to
scuffedest looking
pre-patch
pirate.
for the War Within, and ultimately Khazlagar, which is right next door. Now, of course, seeing that we literally have zero confirmed information about the event itself, and Blizzard seems to be experimenting, this could be something literally no one could possibly predict, and just a completely different thing, but following logic, it should be a bridge between 10.2.5, which is wrapping up the Dragon Isles, and 10.2.7, which is happening in
Sure.
Pandaria. Thanks for watching. Check out the Return of the Burning Legion by clicking on the screen, and check out my video on ancient Greek colonies in Spain by clicking on the screen as well. See you next time.
I don't know if he gave us that much proof that Xal'atath is going to show up. The one thing that I will say, the one interesting thing about this that maybe I didn't really notice at first when they revealed this whole thing, is that let me see if I can click it properly. Yeah, is that this will be a classic and Dragonflight thing. I didn't know that. We can say that it'll be open to WoW subscriptions if they want to participate, classic or Dragonflight players. What do they mean by that? Are they saying that this will be playable? This event will be playable on both sides? Or they say if you play Classic, you can come over to Dragonflight and play this event without having done anything prior. Maybe that's what they mean. But if it's both, then it has to be Xal'atath. She's the only connection between the two. But if it's not, then this video probably is not going to happen. None of this is actually true. But still a nice one from Doran.